guys. Long time no see. We've been fighting some illnesses here in our household, which I'd love to share with you guys at a later date once we get over the hump and I gain some perspective on them, of course. At any rate, what being ill made me remember is actually the time after I delivered my daughter in recovery, those like 2 or 3 weeks after delivery and taking her home from the hospital. And I thought that there were a few things that I wish that I would have done to prepare that I did not, and I thought I would share those with you guys. So, the first thing would be, and this is more of like a nesting thing, so this might come instinctually to you, but because of circumstances I was not able to do this. And that is to clean and prepare the area that my daughter was going to be sleeping in and being changed in, her diaper, clothing, things like that, and getting that all set up. So just having that all spruced up and all clean, just ready to go, would have been really nice. Now, my husband happened to have been traveling during that time, and so we decided to go and stay over at my grandparents' house with my mom, who is helping me out with my daughter. We just made that decision because my grandparents' house was large, and my husband and I lived in an apartment. There was no place for my mom to sleep, so that kind of left me creating, that whole area for my daughter kind of from scratch, and things were just kind of all over the place. The next thing is to have foods prepared for yourself, and what I would suggest this could be is definitely healthier foods, because you're healing first of all, but if you're producing breast milk, you want to be on your game for that, and also just to deal with sleepless nights and things of that nature. You want to eat as healthy as you can, but as conveniently as possible, which is often difficult to do unless you prepare it beforehand, or the person who's helping you out, which is going to be my next suggestion, is willing to cook and bake for you. Now those foods, I know there's a lot of foods that you can make beforehand and put in the freezer, things like casseroles, soups. One of my big suggestions would be power bars or cookies. And when I say that, I don't mean like a traditional chocolate chip cookie, but there are some oatmeal, fennel, and brewer's yeast cookies that are supposed to help promote breast milk stimulation. And I would highly suggest those. And they're less of a cookie and more of a granola bar, power bar type of thing. And the reason I suggest that is not just because of the nutritional content for breastfeeding, but because of the convenience with eating it. A lot of times with being up during the night and things of that nature, you might have your son or daughter in your arms with you. It's nice to have something that you can grab and eat while you have your hands full, and something that doesn't require heating up or like a plate necessary, just something you can grab and go, and something that you can eat too in the middle of the night without turning on a light and creating lots of disturbance while you're trying to get your little one to get used to sleeping during the night. So that's a recipe you can easily find on Google. I would type in like breast milk cookies if you're interested, and I believe that Crunchy Mama makes those, and there's a lot of different variations on it. Whether or not you are breastfeeding, that's a delicious granola bar to have on your side. Another great food would be anything, again, that you don't have to do any kind of preparation to, and something that you could eat while you are breastfeeding or have your son or daughter on you. So probably not a soup, not a salad, not anything prone to messiness, but a casserole, sandwiches, things of that nature. And the third thing that I would suggest is to have someone who's willing to be with you for up to 2 weeks to help you with all that. If you've got kids, it's nice to know that they're being taken care of and shown a lot of love while the little one's getting acclimated and mom's getting acclimated and recovering. And even if you don't, even if this is your first, it's just really nice if they're having difficulty sleeping on their own to have someone to pass them off to so that you can get some rest, so that you can eat, so you can take a shower, all those things. And preferably it would be someone who you feel comfortable enough with that you could ask them to do your laundry, you could ask them to prepare a meal for you. You most likely are going to be not at your best during this time. You're going to be bleeding, you're going to be achy, you're going to be grumpy, you're going to be needy, all those things. So that's why I chose my mom to come help me out. And ideally, I would have loved for my husband to be able to do that, but again, he was traveling for work, so it just wasn't going to happen. And I will make a small note here. We do use cloth diapers. However, for those first few weeks, I did use disposables. And the reason for that is because I really didn't want to make my mom do laundry. You know, I had no idea what was really entailed with the cloth diapers because this was my first child. And I didn't want to give her, you know, something extra to do. She was tired too. We were both exhausted. I didn't have one of those babies who came home from the hospital and knew how to sleep, unfortunately. So that's another thing too, is if you are going to use cloth diapers, to perhaps pick up a few disposables just for the first few weeks. Unless you have somebody who you feel comfortable doing the laundry, your husband or your significant other. So I hope that gives any expecting moms or moms who are going to be delivering here soon some ideas on how to prepare, how to nest. Again, I heard these suggestions and either wasn't able to or didn't think it was important to do these things. I thought I was going to waltz out of the hospital and, you know, be ready to go. And it's not all bad, but those things would have made everything a lot nicer, helped me relax and just kind of hang out in my bedroom with my little one and know that everything was being taken care of. So I hope that gives you guys some ideas, and you know, if you are expecting, congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful delivery, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.